There's two vehicles turned over and there's no police.
On February 19, 2016, Kyle police pull up to a wrong-way crash in I-35.
The minivan and another car, like they're both flipped over. It looks really, really bad.
4 people died, including a child.
It was a surreal scene.
Chief Jeff Barnett says it was one of the worst he's ever seen. But amid the chaos, one thing stands out.
There was very limited lighting, very limited visibility.
Nearby surveillance video reveals how dark it was, showing not only the initial crash, but then that van sitting without power, invisible to the vehicle speeding behind.
That showed a secondary impact as the van sat basically in the dark on the interstate.
The van, with 6 people inside, including 3 children, sat in the dark for 2 minutes until that second crash.
The lighting is terrible on I-35.
Kyle Mayor Travis Mitchell says that crash hit the town hard.
It's harrowing to think that a car could get into an accident and spend a significant amount of time in the dark without any vehicles being able to see that a crash took place.
He says if lights were over the interstate, that second crash could have been prevented. That's why that year Barnett asked TXDOT to add lighting over 35. Nearly 3 years later, only headlights illuminate the road.
We're really in a precarious situation, having to drive in the dark on a scary road every single day.
Even though there is less traffic out here at night, the speeds are higher, and Mitchell says that makes it even more dangerous.
You run the risk of having more drunken drivers on the road. You put all that together with no lights on I-35, and it is incredibly frightening.
Just a few miles to the south, San Marcos already has lights over 35.
As populations grow, then we do add lighting.
TXDOT's Diane Hodges says they look for improvements after any crash, but population determines when lights go in.
So we've got to see population growth, not just in the surrounding area, but also along and on the highways.
It's probably a tie between the buttermilk pie and the chocolate fudge pecan pie.
The Texas Pie Company has had a front row seat for Kyle's population boom of more than 900% in 2 decades. That's also brought a lot more traffic.
So growth is a double-edged sword.
That's why TXDOT now says they do plan to add lights in Kyle. The problem is funding. So the $2.4 million project to add 24 lights in Kyle won't be budgeted until 2020.
Our goal in the next 2 years is really to have illumination throughout the Austin district.
After working with TXDOT, Chief Barnett is thankful for the help.
They were very supportive in our requests.
But Mitchell hopes the state sticks to the plan.
2020 would be great, but you know how government works.
All of the traffic just barely missed them.
Because revealing the road ahead can save lives.
For the 21st century, I-35 to have no lights going through downtown Kyle is a recipe for disaster.
In Kyle, Adam Hammonds, CBS.